Hi, my name is Trevin Johnson, and the purpose of this speech is to inform you of the three different types of creative speech or poetry. I mean, when you want to write something sweet or romantic to your significant other, like in a card or a letter, well, I do. And this topic interests me simply because I write poetry. I write on a daily basis, and one of the settings that it influenced my writing is beside any water, and I know some of you can relate to that. But I know some people would like to write in the comforts of their own home, or they only write when they're going through turbulent times or experiencing anything that can influence their muse. But either way, you're writing. Today I'm going to discuss the three different types of poetry, which are lyric, epic, and dramatic. What is lyric poetry? Lyric poetry is rhythmical. It's related to music. Lyric poem relies on music, but it also conjures a series of visual images to which our emotions adhere. In this way, whatever feelings the words of the poems create for you to become crystallized in pictorial images. Therefore, we would be able to see and hear what the poet is trying to say. Um, Epic poetry is memorized. In other words, spoken word. It's recited publicly. In the beginning, poetry was, spoken and heard. It was a spoken and heard art form rather than a visual entity. So really, in the old days, in the beginning, they were doing spoken word rather than writing it down. Um, in an interview, Robert Haas says, before television and before radio, and really before typewriters and computers and all of that, the ability to stand up in public and speak was very important. The teaching of poetry had to do with learning to recite that in public. Now, I know that can be complicated because, when you want to put the emotions and, all of the feelings that's in your poem out, it's kind of hard, which leads us to dramatic poetry or impersonation. It's any dramatic work written in line or verse. And some of the examples of the poets who wrote in dramatic form is William Shakespeare and Christopher Marlowe. Um, and dramatic poetry is the notion of voice. In this case, it has more to do with impersonation than with the personal lyrical cry of an individual. The poet assumes a mask or persona of a character not of his or her own. So basically, they take on this other form as if they're someone else, but they're really talking about themselves. So, in this speech, I inform you of the three different types of poetry, which is lyric, epic, and dramatic. Thank you. Have a great day.